Hey guys, this is Vol, and this is The Lost Viking. It's a mini-game within Starcraft 2 during the single-player campaign. Now, as you guys may know, especially if you have got a copy of the game, if you played single-player, you'll realize that in between actual missions, you play as Jim Raynor inside Jim Raynor's ship, the Hyperion, and he can travel between the different rooms of the Hyperion and sort of get different upgrades and so forth for your units during the actual single-player campaign. In the cantina, there's this little arcade machine called the Lost Viking, which you can actually play, and this is me playing it. It's your typical sort of side-up scrolling, spacey sort of game, except the ship that you're playing is meant to be a Viking, and obviously all the enemies are Starcraft 2 units. So that's kind of cool. So just showing you guys a little bit about that. By the way, I'm absolutely pathetic at The Lost Viking. I haven't put much time into it, and I'm terrible at these sorts of games anyway, so don't expect me to go through and clock it, before your very eyes. But the point of this video is to talk a little bit about what I've been up to lately. I've bought a copy of Starcraft 2, mainly for single player. It's a really good collector's item for, Blizzard. Blizzard obviously being the creator of many of the games that I've got a lot of enjoyment out of over the years. I'm not really going to try and get into Starcraft 2 in a big way. I think it's a bit of a compromise game. They made it a very good game to cater for a wide range of people, and that's the right decision for them. It's a compromise game in the sense that it's not as good as Starcraft 1, it's not as hard, it's not as challenging, it's not as interesting to follow in terms of like esports. But it's still good. I've been having a bit of fun with it. Been playing one versus one games. In my little foray into one-on-one, I went 9 wins and 1 loss in Platinum, and then I went on a massive losing streak as the auto-matchmaking system cut me back down to size, giving me tough players. And at the moment, sort of 50-50. So matchmaking system, much like in Warcraft 3, has ended up being a situation where you have to be really good to not have a 50% win ratio. But that's the way of it. One interesting thing I found is that in random team, if you ally with one buddy that you actually know, Battle.net can give you a third a player to play on 3-on-3 up against 3 randomly chosen guys. So it's kind of weird how that's worked, but they trust the AMM system to actually give appropriate opponents. Here's me trying to take down the carrier boss in the Lost Viking. Man, really funny stuff here. I haven't planned on spending much time on the Lost Viking, but I just thought I'd show you guys the video, as I said. Anyway, been playing a fair bit of Warhammer in my week off. I've actually got a week off work at the moment. My dice rolling has been abysmally bad lately, so I'll show you guys some terrible battle reports coming up of me losing, most likely. Also planning for a Fields of Blood tournament coming up in about 4 weeks, so I'll show you guys a bit more about that somewhat later. Anyway, Starcraft 2 is pretty cool. I'll be playing it sort of very casually, up and coming. Just trying to get my money's worth out of the game, and of course having games with my friends. One really stupid thing about Starcraft 2 is there's no chat rooms yet, and Blizzard has said they will implement them. Another really stupid thing is that you can't play with people in other sort of continents and hemispheres and so forth. It's just you're locked to the area that you're meant to play in. And other than that, yeah, pretty straightforwardly good RTS game, good graphics, pretty smooth stuff. The single player is pretty cool. May show you guys a little bit more about single player in another commentary video, but for now, that's it. Hope you guys enjoy this little look at The Lost Viking.